welcome to Cloud Cape Coast. Once again, this is George. I decided to make a video and I'm going to be fast with it, and this is going to be a short video. I created I created a couple of projects, and I'm just in a learning process, and it's been some progress coming along, but I decided not to be clicking again, but to be building by using Terraform and automating a couple of some of the stuff that I've been doing, some of the resources that I've been building. Um, I'm not going to do a lot of console clicking, no, but I'm going to think of the infrastructure that I'll be building by using Terraform and Ansible. I want to think like a developer or a DevOps engineer. So by that, I have to be thinking about infrastructure, automation, using tools that whenever there's a repetition, I can be able to automate and make the job less easier. I have been able to spin up an EC2 instance in AWS, um, and I have SSH into it. I've connected to it. You can see the IP address 10.0.0.185, which is the private IP address over here. So I'm already logged into it. And I've also created a new security group. No, a new access. See, access key. This is not the best, but this is not the best way to go around it. But it's convenient. So, but convenience will get you in trouble. So, um, I created a new access key for this project. So, but the next thing that I have to do is install AWS CLI onto this instance. So I have a little bit of notes over here. I'm going to copy and paste it in there. And as you can see, this is we're going to use curl to download the zip, and then we will just install the zip and then install the CLI. And this is what it is. I'm going to press enter. I want to make this video as interesting as possible and as quick as possible. So I'm going to, let me bring out this over here and open the access key environment. So I'll just bring it over here so that I will not keep the screen. Alrighty. So I'm going to AWS configure. And that is going to ask me to put the access key ID here. Press enter, and then I'm going to put the secret access key over here, right beside it. Like I said, I'm going to make this video as short as possible. And press enter. Well, I am at US East 1. Enter. So we got in, clear it up. We got some clean environment. All right, so now that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and download Terraform. So I have my notes over here. I'm gonna copy and paste it over here, sudo apt app update, and then so all the properties that it has to come with. So like I got this from just googling a install Terraform on Ubuntu, AWS Ubuntu, and I put all of it together. I could just put it in a script form, or I can just go ahead and do it right away. And that's just part of it. So it just say, hey, Terraform dash dash version, and we have Terraform version 1.14.8. There we go. So now, since we're here, I am gonna go ahead and install Ansible. Install Ansible. So it is installing. 97%. Just taking its slow time. Yeah. So yes. All right. This is very interesting because um as my learning progress, I have been understanding how infrastructure works, and then later on I will just go deep into Docker and Kubernetes. That is where I want to be able to do. So let me take care of the I'm going to take care of the keeper before I even create my directories and change directory into them, cd into them. But so I'm going to say okay, mk dir, and I'm going to name it t, and then let me see, cd into t, and I'll say var. I'm going to use var to var. What is the name of the key pair? I named it DevSecOps here. Insert, and I'm going to copy the whole key pair, the encryption key. I'm going to copy it over here and paste it right here. Escape. Hold on. We go. That is it. Since we are here already, let me move it so that I can be able to, let me see if I can just go back and do it from here. But I have to be careful with the names over here. I have to change this one to the DevSecOps here. That's the name. And then come over here and change it to .pam. DevSecOps here. Let me see if it will work. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this one. CD to T. LS. Okay. DevSecOps here. So I will I'll get back to it because I'm trying to see why when I'm moving it, it is giving me that error on there. So I will continue to create my resources, um, and then I'll get back to it when I get to that spot. So let me see. I will just copy this because I want to create make directory and then cd into it. And what I'm going to do is, create a directory for Terraform Ansible project and then cd into it. And this is what we have right here for this project. So I'm gonna go ahead and I can use a Nano, or I can use Vi, or I can use Tatch to create these files, but I'm gonna use Vi, which is much more simpler for me to use. Um, I'm going to take my time with creating these resources. Yes, so with the main.tf, I'm going to name it main.tf and then insert and then put the provider in here. This is to say that, hey, we are using AWS as our provider and the region is US East 1. And this is to say that, hey, and the second resource, the second service that I'm going to create is the what AMI or what OS I'm going to use, which is Ubuntu. Over here, AWS AMI, what Ubuntu, and this is it, and this is the name for Ubuntu in there. This is being created. I am going to create now. I'm going to create the EC2. I'm just going to copy and paste. All these things are online. You can just search for them and then get all of it. This is the AWS EC2 that I'm going to create, and I'm using these type of ways because it is flexible and I can use it at all time. So you know I just use the AMI, data.aws underscore AMI.ubuntu.id. These make the job comfortable because it's flexible and I can use it again and again and again. So I'm going to create some now resources. This is to show that I'm creating a resource, but I'm not creating it, physically. It's just making a connection. This is to create a connection using the now resource. So that means that we're going to create a connection that is to SSH into the instance, but this is not really going to be created, but to help with the authorized keys and the SSH, and the um, public key that we have over here. And this is to say that, hey, it's going to make a directory for SSH, and then we're going to cat into it, and we're going to give it some permissions for it to be able to work. I'm going to create another now resource inside the main.tf. Say that, hey, if you are if you're creating these resources, there shouldn't be any prompt that asks for permission or anything like that. We just hit disable strict host key checking. Yeah. So, and then the output will be here. That is for the main.tf. I'm going to click escape and then colon WQ exclamation mark. All right, so that one is created. I'm going to create the variables.tf. So vi variables.tf, insert, and copy everything that I want to create, all the variables, number of instances, type of instance, subnets, and everything that I want to be in there. So this is it right here. This is it right here. Everything that I want to accumulate in there. Escape. All right. So next one that I am going to create is the Terraform .tf var that will contain like everything that I want to mention in what I am doing. So Terraform .tf var, and then insert and copy and paste in there. I'm going to make a couple of changes because this is not the one that I am using. I'm going to DevSecOf here, and I will change this one to the same DevSecOf here. It looks like DevSecOf sphere. All right, so the security group, I'm going to bring it out from my EC2, the main server that I have. I'm going to go to networking where I can get all of it in a group, and I don't have to go to different places. So I have the SG right here, the security group right here, and then I will have the subnet ID, which is side by side over here. I'm going to paste the security group over here. I'm going to go up top a little bit, clear the subnet ID, go back here, copy it, come over here, and then put it in there. All right, so I'm creating T2 micro. I can change it to medium. T2 micro, I'm just going to change it to medium. Right, let me pay attention to this over here, the name of the instance. I can change it probably to cloud kept host. Okay, devsecov.pam, make sure that pam is there. All right, escape, colon, WQ. All right, so let me see, ls. So I have all of these. Now let me see. Let me go back over here, cd.ssh. I'm over here, .ssh. Okay, so SSH keygen, enter, 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 and now we have, let me see, ls. All right, so now we have all this. So now we have this over here, which is normally the same, so it never changes, and I already have it in the. So I can show you the Terraform. Oh no. Yeah. No, CD. var terra, which is already here. It's never changes, so it's already here. So there you have it. So now let me go ahead and see how best I can move the key pair that I created so that it can know that it's on the instance that I have already, because I do not want it to um to move anywhere. So let me see, cd back again. I'm going to clear this so that we can get some clean environment. ls, let me try it again over here. Uh-oh. Sure. Okay, move. Copy this over here. All right, so we're having this issue. It went through. Now I kept adding .ham over here. I shouldn't be adding .ham over here. I think it's over here because the name that we gave to what we're creating over here. So I have to. No, I've been practicing, so let's cd to Terraform, and let's see if the first Terraform init is going to work. Okay, it went through. Normally what I do is I validate to see if it will work as well. But sometimes I have my fingers crossed. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it does not. Terraform validate. No, let me just clear the screen. Terraform validate. And I'm going to plan it from exactly the TF vars that we created. I'm going to plan it right from there. Terraform plan hyphen var hyphen file over here to see what we got. So this is what we're going to do. We're creating two. It says plan is to add 6 to add, 0 to change, and 0 to destroy. And this is everything that we are going to create. Let me go up so that we can take a look at everything that we have been doing. So this is quite good for me, but it's not over yet until it is over. Because we have to run Terraform apply to see if it is going to create everything. I'm going to put the hyphen auto approve so that I don't have to press on yes or anything like that. But I mean, look, let me see. I can, if I don't want to press or anything, I'll just put the auto approve over here. But well, in this case, let me just put the yes over there when it comes up. But we're running it from the Terraform TF var, exactly what we want it to build. So it's asking me, do I have to put yes? As yes, let me put yes. And it has started. Fingers crossed. But if we get any error, we're right here. We're going to fix it because that's how we learn. Because doing this, I have broken a lot. I have fixed a lot. I have done it um, for a certain period of time. When I come home, I put the kids to sleep, and then I start studying. Sometimes it's not easy, because coming from work and you're tired, and but I have to practice, I have to build, I have to create, I have to break, I have to do all those kind of learning that learners do, right? So um fingers crossed over here. So it's still creating. It's going, oh, we good, man. So it's created. You say apply complete, resources created, 6 added, 0 change, 0 destroyed, and output is our DevSecOps, our DevOps server 1. This is the IP address, and let's go into the console to see if everything that we are seeing over there is being created. So there we go. Boom. DevOps DevOps server 1, DevOps server 2. Let me put it all together over here for you. So we have it booms, and this one it's still initiating, but let's try and SSH into it and see if it works. So I'm going to say SSH, and I'm going to put the IP address over here. Uh-oh. So, and then go, yes, and there we go. So we are the um in the private IP address over here for the first one, the one that we have, which is here 208. So this is it for 44.203.36.140, and we are over here inside the IPv, um the private IPv4 over here. So let's try to see. I'm going to exit from it. That's the best way to do it. I'm going to SSH into the second one, which we have over here at the top over here. When building, it's never smooth. So you always have to be ready to troubleshoot. It's not every day that is going to be smooth for you. So I'm going to put yes over here. So I can exit. So the last number is 70. So let's check and see. We have it over here. So we are in. So boom. We automated by just putting in some resources in Terraform and being able to create this environment. So we are able to use Terraform to create two resources, right? Two resources. That's two EC2 instances over here. And let's create the inventory for the Ansible that we are going to um to use. So I'm going to create the inventory Ansible, and I'm going to say insert, and I'm going to paste what I have over here, but I'll have to just clear the IP addresses that I have in here, and then I'm just go ahead and copy it from here. Copy the first public IP and paste it here, and then go to the second server and copy it, and then paste that one to here. Okay, save it. There we go. Boom. So now the next thing that we have to do is create the playbook YAML. Playbook YAML. So no, I'm just going to say, hey, I could say Ansible playbook YAML, but I'm just gonna go right away because we're trying to make this video, .yaml short and nice. Then I'm going to copy all of this, paste it in here. So this is what we are going to do. Let me go up a little bit. So we're going to install Docker and run SonarQube service. Yes, tasks to updates, and all the good stuff that you see over here. Then we have it, SonarQube. SonarQube works on port 9000. So this is what we have. I'm going to go down. Okay. Uh-oh, let me see. Oh, did I do something? Playbook. Go all the way down. That's fine now. Right, so there we have it. So we have everything that we need for now. Let me try and see, because we've already SSH into it, into both the instances. So let me see if this will work. If we have green for the two. All right, so we have success for the two. So that means that it is going to work. So now I'm going to run the playbook, the YAML playbook, and then press enter. This is going to take a few minutes. There we go. So we have some packages building up, which is really good. Which is really good because we did it. We did it. So it's going to take a few minutes, probably maybe 2 to 5 minutes to build it, depending on how many resources that you have on there. But you see, we are doing good. We are doing good. Definitely. We're building. We're not getting any red any red errors, when the red comes, like yeah, you can be able to see, but it's all successful. It's green, 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 and now we are on running SonarQube container and everything. Let's see. So we have 7 OKs, 0 fails, 0 escaped, 5 changes, and all the good stuff. Let me see. So now, now what I want to do is see if what we did is working. So I'm gonna open a new browser and put the IP address, the public IP address in there, and put 9000 to see if SonarQube is going to boom. SonarQube is starting. There we go. So yes, so we used Terraform to create our resources. Now I could have gone into the console and created 3 different instances, right? I could have just created 3 different instances and then named them, but what I wanted to do was to gain experience by creating these 2 instances but using Terraforms. This is amazing. This is really amazing. So this is the login, and normally when you're logging into SonarQube for the first time, it's admin, and then you can change the passwords. Let me see. The old password is admin, and I'll just name this one admin. There we go. There we go. So we are inside SonarQube for the first server. I'll open another browser. This is so exciting. Let me see if this one too is running. I'll put it in there. 9,000. This is great for this learning experience because it was my first time creating creating something with Ansible just last night, and then I've upgraded by creating this video, and everything's checking out good. Everything is checking out good. Now, listen, I'm gonna continue creating stuff with Terraform. I don't want to be clicking inside the console anymore, but I can click inside by doing troubleshooting, going around looking for stuff. But my mindset is thinking as a DevOps engineer. My mindset is thinking like infrastructure wise, just learning hard. That's what I'm doing. But hey, welcome up and thank you so much for staying through to this video. Go ahead and subscribe and like and comment. The errors that I was getting, there could be a better way to do it. You can comment it through. Just send me a shout out and add me on LinkedIn too if you are here and you can hear this. Thank you. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a Terraform destroy because yeah, I'm not keeping any of them. And it's 3 instances. That means if I leave it on to go to sleep, it is going to be like $100 million debt when I wake up, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear it. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy it before I even go to sleep. So but it was good learning experience. It is a good learning experience, and I'm gonna be using. What I'm going to do is create 2 or 3 or maybe 4 as Terraform Ansible projects before I even move on to Docker and Kubernetes. I want to specialize on Kubernetes, but I want to be able to be creating these environments just to get my hands wet on these Ansible and Terraform environment. But that is good. But thank you for listening to my yapping. Thank you for listening to everything and watching the video, and thank you for subscribing. Yeah. All right. See you next time.